Good morning, guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today is Friday, July 5th, so happy late 4th of July. Since it is Friday, my weeks restart on Saturday, so that means as of tomorrow, I will officially be 13 weeks, which puts me out of the first trimester, in my opinion. I know not everyone goes by that. Some people say that the start of week 14 is out, but trimester is three-month segments, 3, 6, 9, so end of 12 weeks is end of the first trimester to me and to my doctor, so that's what we're going with. I know this says that it is going to be my 12-week update, but it's kind of just going to be from the beginning to now, so this video may be a little bit long. I apologize about that. I also apologize that we're in a weird filming location today, but we're just rolling with it. We're in the garage and it just is what it is. Still out of breath. So as you can probably see, I have some little attachments on me. That is because being someone with a heart condition, I am a high-risk pregnancy. So currently I have on a little Holter monitor device. I just had to wear it for 48 hours. I take it off today and return it back to the doctor's office so they can read the results. And I'll talk about that more in my upcoming video. I'm going to be doing weekly updates, and I'll talk about that in the next week update for the doctor's appointments coming up. So, back to the beginning. I did film a bunch of stuff, a bunch of little updates, but I just scratched them all. There was just a lot going on. It was really hectic. I really didn't feel very good. I didn't have morning sickness, at all, during my first trimester, so that was pretty amazing. I didn't throw up at all. The thing is, I had to stay at a constant full food level. If I wasn't full, I just felt shaky and sick and I was gonna pass out, and my stomach would just hurt really, really bad. So I just was constantly snacking. Cheese sticks were a super go-to for me because they're really easy to grab. They have protein, they have calcium. There's something small that you can kind of munch on if you're not feeling too great, that you can take small bites. This is a little bit gonna be TMI in this video, but if you click on a pregnancy video and don't expect a little bit of TMI, then I don't know what's going on, but you're just... I also was having a really hard time going to the bathroom, to poop. So it was I wouldn't poop for 4 days, and then all of a sudden it would be liquid, and then I wouldn't poop again for days, and I would struggle trying to go to the bathroom, and it was causing my stomach to hurt even more because I would feel backed up, but I couldn't get it out. And I was eating fruit, but I wasn't eating fruit daily. I was just eating it a few times in the week. So my husband has been buying me a ton of fruit. I ate a cantaloupe, an entire cantaloupe by myself in 3 days. Also, I have an entire bag of grapes sitting here that I've already ate a good portion out of, that I'm probably going to be snacking on during this video. I don't have to stay super full anymore in order to feel okay, but I do still snack, and fruit is a super nice thing to snack on. Also, I realized that probably eating all of those cheese sticks was helping back me up too. But you eat what you can eat when you don't feel good. Since being pregnant, my skin has not been super great. I usually have really nice skin, not to be one of those people that's oh my god, I'm great. But I mean, I was just genetically blessed. I have pretty nice skin. It's not really oily, it's not really dry, it's not really anything. It's a very neutral skin. I can put basically any makeup on and it's okay. And, I don't really have to worry. I've never really had to use primers. I usually just use them because I get them in my Ipsy bags and it's oh, well, I have it. But, even before I did all that, and I never used primers, I didn't need to. And I used to really not even wear foundation hardly ever. But I've been doing a lot more bare skinned lately, or just some eye makeup, because right around my nose, I don't know if you can tell, but it's really red constantly, and it's super oily right here, and right here all the time. I wash my face twice a day. And I mean, before I got pregnant, I had like a good, not like fancy face care routine with, 50,000 serums and creams and, but I washed my face daily and I put on a moisturizer and I washed my makeup off at the end of the day. So it wasn't like anything crazy, but just since being pregnant, I'm just like oily, and I put on foundation and it just like immediately within like 20 minutes is like breaking up. No matter what primer I use, no matter what foundation I use. So I just do eye makeup and call it a day usually. Sometimes I throw on some lipstick over my chapstick, but I basically wear chapstick all the time because my lips are really chapped. I usually actually do stuff with my hair better than this, but it's just been a lazy morning for me. I just wanted to get up and actually film. I've been meaning to do this. I filmed a 12-week update earlier in the week actually, and then I watched it and it was just horrible. The lighting was terrible. I was super distracted, and so scratched it too. So basically, I took those positive pregnancy tests. By my calculations at that time, I would have been like 5 weeks and 3 days or 5 weeks and 4 days or something, which I thought, oh my God, that's so late for me to find out. Like in my mind, I was like, oh, people usually find out way faster. I've had some alcohol. Like I had no idea I was pregnant. I was like freaking out. And then we didn't even end up getting to go to the doctor until when we thought I would have been 8 weeks and like 5 days. So it was like 2 more weeks before I even went. And when we did go in, they were like, oh, you're actually only, oh, that would have been 3 weeks if I found out at 5. So you know what I mean? So I had to wait 3 weeks to even be seen by a doctor because they were like, oh, we don't see people until, you're 8 weeks along. So finally got an appointment at like 8 weeks and 5 days. And then when we went in, they were like, oh, you're actually only measuring at 5 weeks and 5 days. We're gonna need you to come back in a week so that we can check and make sure that there's growth happening, blah, blah, blah. And then we'll do an 8-week appointment, make sure that we can see, because at the 5 week and 5 day mark, they couldn't see. They could see a gestational sac and a yolk sac, but no baby, no fetal poles, as they call it, nothing. And I was like heartbroken. My husband was like, that's good. They said everything looks good. We're just early. That just means that we found out at like 3 weeks and 4 days or 3 days. That's early instead of late. That's good. But I just wanted to know that everything was okay. And without being able to see anything, no fetal poles, it just made me really concerned that like, what if this wasn't a viable pregnancy? What if nothing was growing? So I was just like having a heart attack, and we came back and saw growth. Then we went back for my 8-week appointment. Everything looked good. I was measuring right on. Went back to the clinic to have another ultrasound done a few days later. Everything was good. So at this point, I've already had, like at this point now, I've had like 5 doctor's appointments and I've had like 4 ultrasounds. So my due date is January 11th of 2020, and that's like crazy because my sister is January 18th, my mom is January 23rd, and I'm January 30th, and my best friend from high school is like January 6th. So a lot of January birthdays going on, but and this is gonna sound so dumb, but I'm like just so excited that the baby's not being born in December. And I know people are gonna be like, why, who cares? I mean, obviously I would still be happy about being pregnant even if the baby was gonna be born in December. But I've just always like fretted having a baby that's like born in December, and then they always feel like growing up, they feel like that people don't care about their birthday as much because people are concerned with all the other holidays and stuff, and it just like, that was like the 1 month that I always like hoped I could avoid. And it's funny because by my original calculations of how far along I was when I found out I was pregnant, based on the first day of my last period, I was supposed to be due on Christmas Day. And I was like, are you freaking kidding me? Like, the serious? Like one day I was, like the 1 month I was trying to avoid because of this, I'm on the day, but then obviously we went and it was changed. So, woo. You know, again, not like it really matters. I understand that some people don't feel that way and that that's more on me than the kid. I totally get it. But, you know, just some of those like dumb worries you have. Still out of breath. That was like really why I took the pregnancy test to begin with, was being out of breath is just not normal for me. And I just get so winded trying to talk. We have stairs in our house and I get winded walking up the stairs. Like, I get tired walking around the block, and that's like not me. So, yeah. But like really, other than that, like being out of breath and my skin not being super great, which I'm hoping comes around in the second trimester. I'm hoping that the oiliness starts to go away. That would be fabulous. And the not having to be at a constant full anymore. The only other like major symptom I had during my first trimester was just being exhausted like all the time. Like I seriously could barely leave my house. I couldn't like get up in the mornings anymore. I had to like just stay in bed until I was seriously so hungry I thought I was gonna die, and then I got up to eat, and then I would come back and lay in bed. I was taking like 3-hour naps, sometimes twice a day, like, which is basically sleeping the day away. I was falling asleep at like 6:30, 7 o'clock in the afternoon. Like crazy amount of tired. Just, whew, so sleepy all the time. Just literally felt exhausted. I could get up and like make a bowl of cereal and I would feel like by the time I got up, got dressed, brushed my hair, and ate something for breakfast, I seriously felt like I needed a nap. Like I was already exhausted. I was done. I tried to go and like run errands and stuff, and I would get through like 1 or 2 errands and be like, all right, I need to like rest. I have to like go home. I'll finish these later today, or I'll just make a trip out tomorrow. Life was just exhausting. But I mean, really, other than that, like nothing major, which just sounds like, I know to a lot of people that's gonna be like, oh, you had it so easy, which I guess I probably did, but just feeling exhausted and feeling like you just constantly have to like be eating, I just felt like I couldn't do anything. Like I was just useless. I mean, I still got up and I still went and did stuff, and I still made dinner for my husband, you know, when he got home from work, and, you know, like I still did stuff. Oh, that's the other thing. Doing dishes, like having to stand in one spot, like we don't have a dishwasher, so we have a sink, and I just like stand, and you know how you just like, your back is? My lower back, I would seriously like be like bent over trying to do the dishes, like after being there for like 2 minutes, because my back would just hurt so bad from just like standing in that position. I would need to like walk around, move around, bend over. My husband just started like taking over and doing dishes at night because it was just so hard on my back, and I don't know why. Just my lower back would hurt so bad, and then I would feel like I couldn't walk, I couldn't do anything. Like I would just need to like lay down, and then if I lay down, I go to sleep. So then it would be like we ate dinner, and we usually eat dinner like by 6 o'clock. So then I would be asleep at like 6:37. Well, then we didn't get to like spend any time together, so pretty annoying, pretty annoying, especially because I used to just be such a night owl. You know, I could just like stay up forever, and then now I'm just exhausted. I've definitely started to feel like I'm getting a lot of energy back, though I did take a 3-hour nap yesterday. But to be fair, we had some crazy stuff happen yesterday. We have a crazy neighbor who attacked our house. I'm not gonna get into the whole story. If people want, I can like make a video specifically on that, but our neighbor attacked our house and I had to call the cops, and it was just an ordeal. So by the time I felt relaxed enough to lay down, I ended up just like taking a 3-hour nap. Yeah, it was a whole thing. But This video is already getting super long, and I know I've just sort of like rambled on about random things. So some people have asked me when I started feeling like I was showing. I definitely felt like it was getting pretty obvious right around 7 weeks. And I know a lot of people are gonna be like, that's way too early. People don't show that early, especially when you've never had a full pregnancy before. But you have to understand that I am incredibly petite. I'm like 5 foot on a good day, and before I got pregnant, I weighed like 110, 111 pounds. Like, I would say between 111, 112 was like my fluctuation point. And now at 13 weeks tomorrow, I weigh about 114, 115. So in my first trimester, I gained, you know, roughly not even 3 to 5 pounds. Like, that's if you went from like the low end of the beginning spectrum to the high end. But if you're looking at like, you know, 111 to 114, it's like 3-ish pounds. So that's not bad. That's considered like fluctuation, basically. I mean, that's like nothing. Some people I have seen in some of the groups that I'm in are like, at 9 weeks, I've already gained 20 pounds. And I'm like, whoa, that's a lot. No shame on anybody. You do what you gotta do to take care of your little nugget. Just seems like a lot for that early. Like, I just couldn't imagine myself. So, I know I have a lot of wires going on because of this, but I will show you my bump. Just understand that the wires are not constant. They will be gone. In my next week update, I'll show you the bump without my heart monitor wires. But yeah. And some people have asked if I'm already wearing maternity clothes. To an extent, yes, I wear some. I also just try to wear a lot of like very versatile clothing that's like kind of loose and just allows room. And I wear a lot of dresses, like long maxi dresses, like from TJ Maxx and stuff like that, that have like the empire waist kind of here. Love those things. Been wearing a lot of dresses. I just sort of wear what's comfortable. Maternity clothes are so expensive. But yeah, so, and I don't know how easy it's gonna be to show you right here in this area, but okay, sorry, my shorts are my night shorts. I didn't get dressed out of my night clothes, so this is the bump. It really, like, from the front, I mean, with this down, like, you really can't tell, and then, like, and I know the sun is shining, you can like sort of see how it's like kind of rounded, but even then, like, if I stand certain ways, you really can't tell. But you can definitely tell from the sides, and it's like actually usually worse than this. I think that this is a weird angle to show you guys at, but like, I took a bumpy at 11 weeks and I really look big. And my announcement photos that we took in the 11-week mark and posted this week, you can definitely tell I have a bump. Though in the announcement photos, the bump does look a little bit smaller, but I'm wearing one of those like pregnancy shirts that says bun in the oven. So it's made, you know, to stretch. So it kind of like, since I am still little, but I definitely have a bump. It is definitely obvious, especially when I'm wearing clothes that, like, you know, like dresses and stuff. The chair that I'm sitting in keeps getting shorter, and I'm not sure, like, what is happening here. Okay, I have just progressively gotten shorter, but I don't know. Yeah, you can definitely tell every time I see my, I mean, I call her my grandma. She's my grandma-in-law, I guess, my husband's grandma. Every time I see her, she's like, you get bigger every time I see you. Which is true, I do. But yeah, next week I'll show you guys in like something that's like a clothing that you can kind of tell, and then I'll show you the bump. But this video is already like 20 minutes long. I've been rambling on, so I'm really sorry, guys. If you have any questions, just drop them below. I will answer. I love talking with you guys. And, you know, anybody who's like going through similar stuff or, you know, whatever, like, definitely, you know, I would love to like talk to people about it. And I will have a new update hopefully, you know, this upcoming week. I'm probably gonna wait till after my doctor's appointment, so it'll probably be near the end of the week again. But I'm gonna start trying to do the weekly updates, like I said. now that we've announced and it's out there and everything seems to be going okay. So leave your comments below if you like hearing about this kind of stuff, you know, subscribe so you can see more of my journey. I'm gonna be doing a lot of traveling during this pregnancy. I'm gonna be going to Florida, I'm gonna be going to New Jersey, and I'm gonna be moving to California. And I definitely wanna start trying to do like some more, not vlog type things, but like maybe, I mean, I think that would be fun, especially like on my trips. I think that would be really fun to try to do a little bit of, to kind of like show you guys everything. But I have a lot of stuff coming up. So if you like my channel, if you like hearing from me, like hit the subscribe button below. I would love to gain you guys as my family and have more people to talk to. Sometimes being a military spouse can be lonely, so it's nice to have people out there who, you know, I feel like are listening. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in my next update. Have a good day, guys.